Okay, so let's dive into a topic that is everywhere in real estate right now, artificial intelligence. But we're not going to talk about the latest shiny object, no. Today is about the huge gap between just playing around with AI and actually using it to make money. Let's get into it.
So let me just ask you this, point blank. The AI tools you're using, or maybe just thinking about, are they actually making you money? Are they saving you so much time that it's a real game changer? It's the most important question, right? And if we're being honest, for most agents, the answer is kind of a frustrating, I don't know.
And this slide right here shows you exactly why. Get this, a whopping 88% of real estate firms are testing out AI. That's pretty much everybody. But then, look at that other number. Only 5%, 5, are actually hitting their goals with it. That massive gap, that's the whole problem we're going to tear apart today.
Yeah, we're calling this the AI performance gap. And I know a 95% failure rate sounds terrible, right? It sounds like a total dead end. But I need you to flip that in your head, because it's not a dead end. It's actually a massive, wide-open window of opportunity for anyone who's ready to move past just tinkering with tech and start executing a real strategy.
And here's the bottom line. The real advantage isn't about having the coolest, newest AI toy. The competitive edge, the thing that's going to help you grab more market share, it now goes to agents who systematically, purposefully build AI into how they work every single day. Let everyone else get stuck in pilot mode. You can be out there building a smarter, faster, more profitable business.
So why? Why is there this giant chasm between trying and succeeding? Why do most of these experiments just fizzle out? Well, what the data is telling us is that it's actually not the tools. The tools are pretty good. It's the strategy, or really the lack of one. It's people jumping in because of FOMO, fear of missing out, instead of a real business need. It's like having a hammer and just walking around looking for something to hit.
So, what about that tiny 5% that's crushing it? Well, they're all doing these 4 things right. First, they pick one super specific problem they want to solve. Second, they train their team on just that one task. Third, they make sure their data, their contacts, their listings is clean and ready to go. And fourth, and this one is so crucial, they plug the tool right into the systems they already use every day. These are the exact spots where almost everyone else gets tripped up. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem pretty clearly. Now what's the fix? Let's get to the good stuff. We're going to walk through a simple 5-step blueprint for success, and this comes straight from Realtor.com. Anyone can use this to get results you can actually measure. And no, you do not need to be a tech genius.
The absolute key here is to start small. Seriously. First, just pick one bottleneck, one thing that drives you nuts and eats up hours. Maybe it's writing listing descriptions. Then find a tool that plays nice with your CRM. Third, have just 1 or 2 agents test it out for a week. That's it. Fourth, if it works, then you train the whole team on that one single thing. And finally, you track the results every week. How much time did we save? What did we learn? That's how you build momentum that actually lasts.
Now that all sounds great on paper, right? But what does it actually look like when it's up and running? Let's shift gears from the blueprint to the real world and see what a winning AI strategy can really do.
And look, the biggest names in the game are already showing this model works. Anywhere Real Estate just won an award for putting AI right into their agent workflows. Powerhouses like Coldwell Banker and Sotheby's are getting awards for AI in marketing. See the pattern here? They're all getting recognized for these deeply embedded systems, not for just having some cool standalone app.
And if you want to see what the potential ROI looks like, look at this number, $100 million. That is the actual documented sales volume that a single brokerage generated using one fully integrated AI agent. Just let that sink in for a second.
How is a number like that even possible? Well, João Celia, he's the CEO of the brokerage that did it, he put it perfectly. He said it's impossible for a human to memorize 5,000 property details. It's just not going to happen. But the AI agent, it knows everything instantly. It's all about using tech to do things that are, frankly, superhuman.
So here's the breakdown of how that thing actually works. This AI agent is on the job 24/7, handling thousands of inquiries. It instantly qualifies leads based on their budget and what they're looking for, shows them properties with 3D tours, and then it books the showing. All of it without a person having to step in. You can just imagine how powerful that is for converting international buyers in totally different time zones.
So, let's bring it all home. As we wrap this up, what is the #1 thing you should take away from all this? How can you start building your own competitive edge, like right now?
It all comes down to this one simple idea. Stop being an AI tool collector. The goal is not to have a bookmarks folder full of fancy apps. The goal is to find your biggest business headaches and use AI to systematically solve them. That's it. That's the mindset shift that separates the 5% who get it from the 95% who are just experimenting forever.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Right now, today, almost all of your competitors are stuck in that endless loop, just trying things out. So knowing what you know now, what's the first real problem you are going to solve?